You're right, guys, Shay here, only about top you guys are well. So lots been made about Keshav Maharaj's performances in the ongoing CSA T20 challenge, currently played in Durban. Maharaj has been absolutely fantastic in this tournament so far. He's played 3 games, taken 6 wickets for 45 runs, averages 7.5, and an economy rate of an incredible 3.75. And a lot of people are talking about him now, maybe making sticking a place or a claim for a place on that plane to India at the end of the year for the T20 World Cup. So I want to talk about that really, his possible chances and who's in his way, and get into that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Maharaj, obviously, I've been following quite closely. He's been really, really good. He's been excellent. He's captained really well as well. So yeah, so far so good for Dolphins. At the time of doing this video, it's what time is it? 10:30. So yeah, I'm watching actually. Not right. It's 7:20 here. Anyway, it's 10. I need to sort this out. Anyway, it's 10:28. So yeah, a couple hours time we're playing against the Lions. It's gonna be a really tough game. We'll see what Maharaj really is about against those guys. But anyway, he's bowled superbly so far. So yeah, long may continue. But who is he? What's his chances really of making this World Cup squad? So if we go back to obviously the recent Pakistan series that concluded, they've got obviously there's 3 games there. Bjorn played 2 of them. George Linde did not play. Now Linde played 3 games against England a few months ago in South Africa, but the T20s that just concluded in Pakistan, Bjorn played 2 of them. My thoughts, I mean, if you actually look at the stats first before I get to my thoughts, if you look at Bjorn and his numbers, so he's played, I mean, the thing is, this is the thing, they've only played a handful of games each. I think Fortuin's played 6 matches, and Linde's played 3. So it's a very, very, new start to both their careers. But we started with Fortuin. I mean, he's bowled 17 overs, taken 5 wickets, average 27, and a economy rate of 7.94. And then we got to George Linde and his T20 stats. He's bowled 12 overs in his 3 matches. So he's bowled obviously 4 overs and he's full allotment in all 3 games against England, averaging 36.5. Economy rate of 6.08. It's quite some difference to 14. And he's taken 2 wickets. So obviously he's much more economical. He's taken less wickets, obviously said before. 14's taken 5 in 17 overs. Well, Linde's taken 2 in 12, so his strike rate for 14 is better. But he's quite a bit more expensive than Linde, going to 7.94. Now, if we go to the first class careers, the professional careers and the performances in T20 cricket, I think it's more, obviously gives you more understanding of how they are in the short format. So Bjorn has played 71 T20s, averaging 9.76 with the bat, but let's concentrate on the ball for now. He's taken 81 wickets, 19.49. George Linde has played 88 T20s, is averaging 22.93. He's taken 92 wickets in his 88, just over a wicket per match. The strike rate for Fortuin is slightly better, but yeah, I mean, in terms of averages, as if you look at that, I think the economy rate, just pull that up, let's quickly see it here. 6.45 for Bjorn Fortuin, and economy rate actually for Linde's is more expensive at 7.29, so a slightly higher economy rate, with a worse strike rate. That's interesting. At international level, obviously, I think Linde's, I was still saying despite that, I'd say Linde's the man. Obviously, Linde was in the squad for the T20s in Pakistan. Didn't play in the games. I'm not sure that finger was still hampering him, but he's been superb in the ongoing CSE T20 challenge. He took a 5 yesterday and scored 40 odd. If you actually look at it now, I'll just quickly bring up those stats, because his stats are actually extremely good in this competition so far for the Cobras. So let's quickly get that. So Linde with the bat, 4 games, they play 4 matches, 97 runs, averaging 32. His strike rate is the key element of things, is 179.62, and with the ball, he has taken 8 wickets in 4 matches, averaging 13.5 with the economy rate of 6.75. So he's been exceptional. He's just excellent return for him in this competition. And the Bjorn, if we look at this competition, 3 matches, he's averaging 9. I mean, he's not really batting because of the strength of that Lions batting lineup. But with the ball, he's bowled 11 overs in his 3 matches, taken 3 wickets. The economy rate of 5.81, superb economy rate, average 21. So he's also performed well with the ball. Obviously, Mirage's stats to all of these guys in economy and average just been exceptional, especially with the new ball as well. What do I think? I mean, if you look at these stats, obviously, now Mirage never played T20 cricket before, which is something to think about. That being said, if you look at Mirage, I mean, I just have this feeling like he's kind of peaking at the right time. I mean, he's showing obviously his skill sets. I mean, he's been phenomenal in white ball cricket for the Dolphins for a long time now. Now he hasn't played T20 cricket for a long time. Sorry, white ball cricket for South Africa for some time. His last performances for South Africa was actually last year, where he didn't do that well actually against Australia. He played 3 ODIs, just took the 1 wicket. I mean, his economy rate was 4.87. I mean, he was fairly economical. But averaging, forget the 146 average, he bowled tight. He took the 1 wicket, but in the other 2 matches, he went for, I think, for 40s in his matches. So yeah, 1 for 48, okay, none for 53, and then none for 45. So still reasonable, return. Can you hold that against him potentially? My personal opinion is this: I think Keshav Maharaj is someone who's peaking now as a white ball cricketer. I think he wants to play all 3 formats, and that's what I like about Mirage. Actually, his mentality. His mentality is very good. He's one of the few people. I always go back to this, but one of the few people who says that I want to captain the Proteas. A lot of people have kind of just been, shunting the role of captain, but it sounded a bit odd when he said I want to be the captain of the Proteas in all 3 formats, because he's never been a fully fledged established member of the white ball teams, but he said I want to be captain of all 3. He's a confident person. You want that in your team. You want that that mentality and that character in the side. And I think, to me, for Mirage, what really impresses me outside of his character, I mean, he's captained very well, as well as leadership skills seem very good. He seems a mild-mannered guy, but very calm under pressure. And at this point in time as well, what I can see every time I watch him bowl in white ball cricket, particularly for the Dolphins, obviously playing a lot more, saw him all last year in the Mentor One Day Cup, where he was exceptional for the Dolphins. I feel like he's got extremely good control. Keshav Maharaj, actually, if you look at him, he's quite a thin, it's quite a skinny, frame on him. He's a very lean guy. But what he does actually is he's really not big hands, but really long fingers. Long fingers, which might sound a bit all wrong to my his fingers. I'll get to it, but he's got extremely long fingers. He actually reminds me of Monty Panesar in that way. Monty Panesar was also someone like that. In his action, it's not too dissimilar to Panesar. It's extremely repetitive. It's fluent at the crease. There's a good action there. It's a repeatable action. It's a smooth action. And that allows him, obviously, to be consistent with the areas that he's bowling at. Now, his long fingers, the reason why I mentioned that before is because he's able to keep control of the ball very well. He's also able to turn the ball and give a good revs. He's a finger spinner. There's not a huge amount of variation you can have as a finger spinner. Obviously, Ravi Ashwin's a bit of an anomaly to that, but generally speaking, most left-arm spinners, just general orthodox, finger spinners, don't have a huge amount of variation. You have the arm ball. If you can develop a doosra, okay, great. But the reality is not a huge amount of left arm spinners in particular have a huge amount of variation in terms of the deviation of the ball. What they can vary is obviously their flight, their pace, the direction. Which, when you have obviously long fingers, you've got a complete control of the ball in the main. And Mirage has shown that in all forms of cricket. Obviously, Test cricket, he's playing for South Africa so much, so we're seeing that. He acquitted himself very well in Pakistan. And I feel like he's someone now who's very capable and very comfortable with his game. And I feel like in India, especially when you set the new ball, he might be a very handy weapon for South Africa. It's a straight shootout, Priesky, isn't it, between him and I would... Even though Fortuin's overall stats are better, I still think George Linde is actually the man of possession of that second spin berth behind Shamsi. Shamsi's very much the leading spinner now on the team. Imran Tahir, there's big murmurs like he will play in the side, and if he does, okay, I don't think they'll play 3 spinners. I think Mirage will most likely, be on the sidelines if he gets picked. if you're going to go with him. I personally would. The question is, do you go with him ahead of Linde? I don't think he will go. That's the thing. He's even saying this. I just want to discuss the whole point of Mirage's case. Could he go? Could he perform as well as Linde? Possibly. I don't think he's as good as batsman as Linde. Linde's batted at 7 in T20 cricket for South Africa, whereas Fortuin's batted at 8 and 9. So he's at 8 and 9. So, and I think he's very much a bowling all-rounder. I think Linde, as he showed yesterday for the Cobras, he's a very good batsman as well. He's a very capable batsman. So, I think he's averaging 29 in first class cricket. He's a very handy batsman. So, Mirage is more the kind of guy give it a long handle. I just feel like with Mirage, I think he can offer that kind of real calm under pressure. But I think Linde's the same to be saying that, But if you pick Shamsi, you pick Tahir, and you go with, say, 3 spinners, I think Linde will get the nod. But I wouldn't be afraid to throw Mirage in the mix. Now, obviously, South Africa have 3 or 4 T20s coming up against Pakistan at home. And you've got 3 T20s against Ireland in July away. And then you've got more T20s scheduled against India at home, actually, before the World Cup. So there's still ample opportunity for Mirage to stake his claim for a squad place, I would say, as rather than a spot in the team. It'd be interesting to see if Mirage's performances in this competition, if it carries on as it has so far, if he gets to go against Pakistan at home. And if he does well, does he kind of slightly push out one of Linde or Fortuin? That's the question. So I think it's an interesting one. Interesting one. I personally would say that I think Mirage won't go. That's my personal opinion. I think they'll stick with Mirage and Linde and Fortuin as the kind of third spinners for now. If Imran Tahir obviously makes the plane, then I think that Fortuin will not go, but a lot's to happen between now and then, because obviously you've got another 10, 11 T20s lined up. But I think to shoot out probably between Fortuin and Linde, that third spot, if Tahir goes. But I think Mirage, if he did play, I think he would do well. I think he would quit himself well, and I think he can do just as good job as those guys with the ball. That's what I think. I think that's, honestly speaking, I think Mirage could do just a good job as Linde, and probably better than Fortuin. I think he's a better spinner than Fortuin, in my personal opinion. I might sound biased there, but I rank him as a better spinner than Fortuin. And also, the fact that he's played Test cricket so long now, he's been, almost 4 years. I know it's obviously not in white ball predominantly. It's been red ball cricket. I think he's only played 7 T20s. Never played T20. Sorry, 7 ODIs. Never played T20. I still believe that the fact that he's been in the round and playing in the international arena for so long will bode well for him, because he's used to that kind of pressure in Test matches, playing at the highest level. While he needs to adapt his game very much so from Test to T20s, he's shown he can do that at domestic level. There's been some stupid comments online about, well, he's only doing it against domestic South African batsmen, so there's no real proof that he can perform on the international stage at T20s. It's a ridiculous comment, because the reality is Linde and Fortuin, whether they apply their trade in South African domestic cricket, they got their call-ups to the national side through performances for the Lions and the Cobras, So, but anyway, it's just a stupid comment I want to address there. But let's see. I think, for me, I guess a bit biased, but if it's a case between Fortuin and Mirage, which I think more similar, because I think Linde's a better batsman than both, I would go with Mirage over Fortuin. But if Tahir goes to the World Cup, I'd probably go with Tahir, Shamsi and Linde. That being said, I think Tahir needs to play minimum of the Ireland and India series for South Africa, and as long as he performs well, I think if he performs well, if he performs disastrously, then okay, fine, he might not go. But I think if he performs okay, they will take him anyway, just on base of reputation. So yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. I appreciate it's a bit of a long video. I think because of the analysis part of it anyway. But if you like the content, guys, as I always say, please do like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, hopefully I will see you on the next one. Cheers.